All right, let's talk the game last night. I'm not going to talk Brady right now. I want to talk about Jalen Hurts. So it's very interesting. We're all kind of waiting to see as all these young quarterbacks come into the league. He going to make it? He going to make it? He going to make it? Now, you can generally tell with a big pocket guy, oh, yeah, Trevor Lawrence, that's what it's supposed to look like. It gets difficult with playmakers, and that's what Jalen Hurts is. And I said this yesterday and perhaps the previous 2 days. It's harder for me to guess on playmakers because will the coaching staff and the organization have the patience to let a Kyler Murray or a Lamar Jackson grow as they run around, use their feet for a couple years as they grow as pocket players? And I feel the same way about Jalen Hurts. It's almost like Lamar Jackson is a great example. Like I had issues and I don't get it, doesn't look it, and all of a sudden you're like, after about 7, 8, 9 games, you're like, yeah, it's going to work. So the Eagles have the opposite problem with their young quarterback that most teams do. I mean, they only had 16 first downs. They only passed for 113 yards. They had no time of possession. They don't run the football, don't pass it particularly well. But they were 3 for 3 in the red zone against a really talented defense. Why? Because that's what playmakers do. So when you watch Jalen Hurts, it's not pretty, struggles on the deep ball, misses layups. I'm not denying any of that. But so did Kyler Murray in the first year. And so did Lamar Jackson, looked a little different. Is that, yes, this year they could not keep up with the Cowboys offense or Kansas City's offense. Well, of course not. Right now they can't. Either could Arizona in the first year with Kyler Murray. The reality, though, is if you look at the numbers on Jalen Hurts, just go to the data. It's very interesting. His passer rating, 88.6. That's not terrible. He's a kid. His completion percentage, 62.5. Well, that's good enough for the number of starts he's had. 8 touchdowns, 4 picks. All right, that's 2-1. You'd like 2.5-1. Not terrible. And he's rushed for 5 touchdowns. Got to count those too. So a couple of weeks ago, I'm like, it just doesn't look right to me. And then I'm starting to get to a point where the college game's now into the pro game. It really comes down to the Philadelphia Eagles organization. Because the Ravens went all in on Lamar, and Arizona went all in on Kyler. And we know Cincinnati they drafted another wide receiver. They are all in on Joe Burrow. So I watched Jalen Hurts, and I'm like, yeah, it's not much to look at, but why are they so good in the red zone? Because of Jalen Hurts. He's hard to defend, and the rest of the numbers aren't terrible. So I think there's just some times when you have this kind of cultural change that's happening in football I am just going to sit and watch it. And even over the last 3 weeks, I'm like, I don't know. I could argue either way. It may just come down to this. Does he get the right coach? Does he get the support? Is the owner all in? Is the GM draft players to help him? I mean, it really may come down to that. They went and got a receiver this year. Now, today, they traded Zach Ertz away for a corner. Now, the good news is Philadelphia is pretty stocked at tight end, and Arizona is clearly going for it. They're going to go for it and get Zach Ertz. They're not great at tight end. That's not necessarily a negative sign for Jalen Hurts because Philly's got tight ends. That's not the issue. They've upgraded wide receiver. Their bigger issue is the offensive line healthy. It's been hit and miss last 3 years. But I really don't know watching Jalen Hurts. I watched them and I'm like, everybody was bailing on Lamar Jackson. The only people now that think Lamar Jackson can't play are dummies. Like, I don't want to be a dummy. I'm just going to watch it. I don't have an answer. It could work. It could not. It may depend largely on the support Jalen Hurts gets. Not that I'm ever bored with great football, but it is so easy now for Tom Brady with all these weapons. At least sometimes in New England, you could see him struggle, especially in the last 3 or 4 years. You could see Brady getting frustrated. There was drama. He's so good this year, it's boring. It's pitch and catch. And Tampa is the opposite of last year. The offense is way ahead of the defense. The offense has more talent. It's why the Buccaneers now are elite. It's because of their offense. They are so deep now that they literally showcased their tight end O.J. Howard last night, many suggesting they want to trade him at the deadline and wanted people to see that he still got it. This pivot for Tampa from a losing franchise, a team with no momentum, a head coach that comes out of retirement, to winning a Super Bowl, 5-1, every general manager in the league has to look at this and think, let's just make an offer for Aaron Rodgers. That's what I keep thinking here. That Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson, Tom Brady is making old guys moving to new teams, and Russell doesn't really classify, even Aaron doesn't, as an old guy. But I keep thinking about Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers. These GMs around this league, 2 teams, Chargers, Bucks, made an offer for Tom Brady. It is now remarkable. It is so easy for him. And I never see Brady as a cocky guy, but it is so easy for him that yesterday he told Hannah Storm, I'm not joking, I could literally play, he said, until I'm 50 or 55 if I wanted to. I don't think I will. My physical body won't be the problem. It's just missing too much time with my family. He's like literally they're showcasing a tight end last night on the road against a team that's not terrible, Philadelphia. He may play till 55. This is, sometimes people do stuff in your business. You don't even have to work with them, but they do stuff in your business and they make you money without you knowing it. Like Brady is making so many veteran quarterbacks money right now. It's now embarrassing that only the Chargers and the Bucks went all in. You're like, what? There's like 9 teams in this league that can't get the quarterback right. It's just hard to wrap your brains around. Loserville, USA, Tampa, Florida, couldn't win games. You just insert one great piece. They already had good players, and they are now winning easily on the road, showcasing tight ends. Tom May played a 50. It's hard to wrap your brain around.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.